Batman Arkham Knight, the grand finale of the Arkham series, and the biggest, most expansive of them all, on top of being the most divisive game of the whole franchise. Some hate it, others love it. I fall more into the latter camp, with it probably being my favorite game in the series for just how huge and refined it is. With all its upgrades come the most expansive list of alternate costumes in the whole series, as long as you're Batman at least. Everyone else wasn't so lucky, but a lot like Arkham City, I wanted to take some time to rank my favorites just because I love these games and are looking for any excuse to keep talking about them. Number 5, Batman Beyond. A lot lower on the list than it is in Arkham City, and that's because while I do like this one a lot and find it really cool, I can't help but prefer the sleeker, more clean look of that one. I do really like the more armored and militarized look of it though. The face guard is a really unique angle and one I think fits the look and feel of the game overall. It still feels like Batman Beyond on Bruce, but on a Bruce that's at the end of the line of what he's capable of physically and more worn down. Ironic, considering the insane things he pulls off in this game, but it's one that I feel overall works. It's one that I almost always make it a point to put on at some point, especially when playing on New Game Plus. Number 4, Flashpoint Batman. Our first Thomas Wayne suit, and one that I would not want to see at the other side of an alleyway, especially not with his fists resting right near the guns in those Hollisters. The red eyes certainly don't make it look any less scary either. It's a lot more function over form looking, not nearly as elegant as his son's suits, and being just generally far more tactical looking. The only thing I could really complain about is the cape. It's short and small enough that it doesn't totally cover his body when gliding. His arms sticking out like that can be rather distracting, but even with that, it's an easy contender for one of my favorite suits in the game. It's one I easily see striking fear into the hearts of all of Batman's enemies. There's a lot I can say about this one, but let's not spend too much time on one entry. Number 3, Classic TV Series Batman. The original of all originals. Kind of. Sort of. Depending on what you count. The friendliest Batman of them all, which makes seeing him flying around at Mach 2 and snapping bones all the more hilarious and satisfying. All that's missing is the whams and booms and pops. I really adore the look and feel of this suit. The texture of the cape is something I find absolutely mesmerizing. It really makes me wish we could have gotten more of Adam West's Batman in more serious roles, even if the campy comedy factor is where his Batman really came into being. It's one of many Batsuits everyone is familiar with, and it is always so awesome to see it. Number 2, 1989 movie Batsuit. Likely the first thing that comes to mind for a lot of people when they think of Batman movies is Tim Burton's 1989 film, and for good reason. The dark and gothic look is something that's been stuck with Batman ever since, including in the Arkham series. I absolutely adore this suit, even if seeing Bruce finally be able to move his neck in it is both hilarious and bizarre. The pure darkness of the suit, only offset by the bat symbol on the chest, and utility belt make the prospect of this being a Batman lurking around the shadows absolutely terrifying, especially if you're someone he's after. Just seeing the suit beating down thugs, stealthing around corners, and standing in the rainy Gotham cityscape is such powerful imagery in ways I can't help but adore. Number 1. 2016 Batman v Superman Batsuit. I go back and forth on which live-action Batman I like best the most, and a lot like a lot of these suits on these lists, where they place on my ranking kind of depends on my mood that day. Not this one, though. This one remains number 1 no matter what my mood. Ben Affleck, I think, is an amazing Batman that really got the short end of the stick, with this costume being, in my opinion, the best Batsuit we've ever had in live action, and that translates beautifully here. It's like the perfect blend of the iconic black and gray in Dark Knight Returns, with the frame being built like a brick house to boot. It's like playing the warehouse scene in every encounter, and nothing makes me feel more like Batman than that. And that's the video. A very special thanks to Ben Birdperson and Rabbit Haver for their generous donations to my Ko-fi page, which you can find linked down below. I'm currently running a go to have a full analysis of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, a game I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. If you liked the video, consider subscribing for more and ringing the notification bell. Leaving a like and comment helps a lot too. What are your favorite costumes in Arkham Knight? I'd love to hear what you think. Regardless of all that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.